So last weekend I was over in New Zealand, as you'll know if you've followed the vlogs, and I took the kids to see Relics, A New World Rises at the Auckland Museum. Since closed, that exhibition, but turns out it's been going for 4 years here in Australia. Started here in Perth 4 years ago, and it's created by Alex Towler and Jackson Harvey, who you will recognise here from Lego Masters winners way back when. It's a fantastic exhibition, beautifully done, 12 scenes all in all, each kind of taking an aspect or an object from human life and recreating it as if the Lego world and minifigures had taken over. A truly humorous, clever. They clearly had amazing fun doing it. Like I say, 12 scenes in all very different. For me, with varying levels of success. And we'll take a look at a few of them in a minute. But fantastic exhibition, sure to turn up somewhere else soon. But fantastic exhibition, well worth checking out if you can. But we're going to take a quick look at my highlights. So the exhibition opens on Trashtopia. Beautiful kind of use of kind of recycling bins and stuff, kind of working parts, loads of people recycling stuff. This was a beautiful kind of open section, lots of minifigures. A tower block with some penguins on the ground floor, a panda having a photo shoot, someone growing some plants, hope that's nothing illegal, and a discotheque on the top floor, particularly like that one. There was so much kind of hidden away for you to enjoy and discover. It was really clever. This one kind of like trash can alley, reusing some of those kind of little soy sauce sushi fish as lights, and again, so much to find and enjoy. Hidden away, so much detail. You could spend forever looking at the stuff, and you could find the two creators in every scene as well for the kind of the scavenger hunt. Some workmen fixing a flashing light. Here's a little bit more detail of those two workings sites, just some stills. Really amazing detail. Like My Bricks kind of done an awful lot of work with this as well. Obviously the Lego Masters connection, Geordie helping them out, so there was heaps of lights everywhere in all of the figurines. Timepiece was a beautiful thing, kind of hollowed out grandfather clock with all of these different layers and real depth to it, including working mechanism here, which kind of just had a lot of Technic pieces that kind of turned, and lots of cogs and stuff really drew the attention. Even the side parts of the mechanism worked. So there were kind of 3 scenes, and it's really difficult to do it justice. But you had Einstein and this guy collecting dinosaur eggs, and then lower down you had this woolly mammoth kind of trophy with a Easter Island head, a Roman warrior, Cleopatra, a sarcophagus, all sorts of just little kind of gems of little stories from history. Really fascinating, kind of like almost like a night in the museum meets Jumanji type scene. It was beautiful. On a similar kind of feeling was this jukebox, which had kind of portions left, right, lower down and below, kind of a sewer at the bottom with an alligator in it, and a band member feeding the alligator to this kind of street parade with a diner to the left, and there was actually a car garage, kind of an old kind of muscle car kind of garage to the right, and then this street scene, which was beautiful in terms of kind of its creation, very like a modular building, with a street parade with the band playing and things like that. And then it just kind of, again, it kind of hollowed out the actual Wurlitzer jukebox, which made it really interesting. It was difficult to get near it though, because there were so many people and such a small object, so not so much imagery of this one, unfortunately. Bit of neon space up next. This one was pretty cool. Little spacemen kind of out there. There was some animated kind of screens as well, but loads of kind of fluoro parts used here. Little guys hovering around. It was quite a spectacle. Perhaps not the most interesting in terms of depth, but certainly in terms of effect, it really stood out. Fascinating. You seeing all of the use of the light in a different way, and some nice recognisable parts and the little guys here and there kind of in the workings, little luminous spider parts, interesting kind of just reuse of parts, making it interesting, and certainly pinged and stood out in the darkness of the exhibition really well. This one, based around a jet ski, was probably the most detailed one, kind of art deco building sea resort type thing. Really did have heaps of minifigures and lots to enjoy, including kind of beer garden, golf course, golf buggies, beautiful detail here. You don't often see a golf course. Pink flamingos around the golf course as well, as you can see. The jet ski being the kind of the landscape for it all. Art deco building with the creators there on the roof. Lovely use of colour and palm trees. Kind of a Baywatch-esque kind of scene here at the front with the lifeguard hut. Loads of people down by the beach. Bit of a bongo club, bit of a ghetto blaster, some people having a break dance. No, whatever that girl was called. Someone fishing, caught a tyre. Lovely architecture. A guy in the nude on the roof, which did make me chuckle quite a lot, strangely. Very juvenile of me. Somebody at a wheelbarrow, as you would be. A skate park. Lovely stuff. Really taking on the whole shape. A rock and roll band throwing a TV out of the window. And then kind of all sorts of scenes in the motel around this side. Police, a pool, a cocktail bar, people in the pool, water slide, the whole lot. Brilliant. Such fun. Loads to see in this one. And well worth it. Even the little guy fixing the plumbing around the back. Great fun. Loved it. Lots to enjoy in this one. They real exhibition of how much fun they had making it. This one was another one that was a bit too close to get really into. It was 3 arcade machines altogether. One had spaceships in. This was really the living quarters for all the space men, and it was really interesting. Loads of detail, loads of nice detail in living quarters, sleeping quarters, loads of minifigures again, lots of detail, but sadly just too many people to get good detailed pictures and video of it, but lovely stuff. This one was perhaps my favourite. It was set in a safe. The door popped open and you could see there was a heist going on. The light inside then started flashing red, and the bankers were obviously panicked and whatnot. Brilliantly done. The inside of it was just so detailed, and you had to count how many robbers, but the architecture inside was just modular heaven, really. So much detail, beautiful architectural kind of structure, and kind of just blew me away, really. It was just almost cathedral-like inside as you kind of looked up. I don't know why I didn't take a video of this one, but the detail, including the chandelier and all of that, which had its robber hanging for it, was just exquisite. My favourite. Next one was like a winter wonderland with all these cryo chambers, these kind of loads of expressive minifigures, a few Easter eggs, a caveman, Han Solo getting frozen, which I thought was pretty funny. And then inside the fridge was like this winter wonderland with ice cream sellers, a penguin, a yeti, some rock climbers, and then in the top part of the freezer were more people being kind of frozen and all sorts of things going on. Really nice use of the fridge. And the scene, all of these things had nice scenes surrounding them as well. And just detail everywhere. Lovely minifigure usage. They've had such fun doing it. This one's been used in a lot of the promotion. It's kind of a VW Beetle that's been cracked open, and all of the oil refineries and stuff. Lots of moving parts again in this one. And again, lots of minifigures and things hidden around the back and inside and all sorts. It was really very detailed and very clever. Lots of car parts, wrecks and stuff like that. The boot popped open and there was all of this mechanics, and again, heaps of lights from Light My Bricks being used, little walkways from tail lights and exhaust pipes. Really kind of steampunk kind of feel to a lot of this kind of thing. And there you see more mechanisms and gears and conveyor belts and things are working away. This next one was so clever as well. It was all based within TV sets, so there was like a news broadcaster, some film sets, and what was happening on one screen was being broadcast on another screen and around the exhibition as well. There was a newsroom, loads of newspaper stuff going on, kind of news desks and things like that. Your typical kind of newsroom floor, chaotic kind of scenes. Again, more beautiful kind of modular action scene, staircase, news desk, typewriters, the whole shooting match. More lights, loads of lights in this one. And then there was kind of a few film sets. There was a kind of a Cleopatra set with a few mummies and things like that. Lots of funny bits in this. A film crew doing that one. And then kind of up a bit, there was a Frankenstein scene with the director with some muffins. Again, more skeletons and things like that. It was really an ode to those old films. And then higher up, there was like a broadcast tower, which was really kind of a real old school nod. A news station which was broadcasting around the exhibition, which was really clever. A lot of you will recognise a lot of these parts. It was really clever. And again, this was broadcast on different kind of old school screens, including black and white ones. And the final-ish one was a street scene on a piano top. Beautiful kind of modular street scene. Again, so much going on. There was a cake shop, an opera, a jazz bar, beautiful brickwork detailing. You imagine it. It was going on. Loads to see. Again, light everywhere within the scene. It really was excellently done. So much to see. As you can see, kind of a flyby here. There's the opera stage papers, musical papers on the top, little vignettes through the windows for you to explore. A strong man lifting up a car, someone popping out of a cake, see-through windows into the little jazz bar there, kind of a little trio, a quartet of little Chinamen running along, lots and lots of little things to see, and as I pull back you'll get an idea of the scale as you see the whole piano. And then this scene is from inside the rock bar, rocking out, crowd going wild. Kind of sums up the exhibition really. Well worth it, with only one thing to see on the way out. And the final station was really their workstation. Really enjoyed this little Lego spaceman lo-fi 3D model, but it really was just kind of a look behind the scenes 3D station and what you had. So yeah, Relics, great exhibition. Bit late to the party seeing it, obviously, given that it's 4 years old, but well worth going if it turns up near you, or if you can make a journey to see it wherever it turns up next. Two great designers, had great fun with it, loads to see. Not just for the kids, this one, plenty of kind of in-jokes and entertainment for the older fans of Lego in there. Not just adults, but we're all big kids really. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. Would highly recommend it. So thanks. I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll be back to the normal content soon, and back with a little bit of a review of Perth's Bricktober as well in a couple of days.